Yo, what's up, everybody? Good afternoon. Welcome to At the Close. Spencer Israel. I got Joel here. We got a half hour left into the trading week. Yes, did you forget? You didn't forget that there was no market on Friday. You knew that. Of course, you knew that. All right. What do you think we're about to talk about? Just take a guess. Just guess what you think we're going to talk about. Yeah, Twitter. You're right about that. Nike. Yeah, you're right about that too. We also want to discuss the airlines. I want to talk about the banks. And we want to talk about what you want to talk about. As always, we'll preview next week's earnings calendar. It is a bit of a big one. Not like epically big, but notably big. We got a number of really big names reporting earnings next week. We'll talk about it right now. This is At the Close. Smash that like. Let's go. All right, it is time for PreMarket Prep at the Close.
Three consecutive highs, opened, matched yesterday's low, and then once it took out there, that's all the breakout momentum traders needed.
Mr. Elconin, how is your Thursday going?
I love your introduction, Spencer. I love your introductions. You're getting so good at that. Not good here, folks. That rally off the open was just hogwash. Went to match the pre-market high to the penny, to the tick at 55.75. And we've kind of unraveled. We have not, I left my sheet, but we have not hit the low yet from yesterday. That's 84. I don't know. We're only 13 handles away. I don't have a good feeling. We may hit that. The low for the week is lower than that, and that would come in at 75.5. So two targets on the downside. 43.75.5 is the second target. 43.84 is the first target. That's yesterday's low and Tuesday's low. Crude still ripping people's face off to the upside, up $2.04 at 106.29. Gold hit that triple top there at the 1985 area, backing off down 930. Silver, too many sellers at 26 there, down 27 cents at 25.76. Bitcoin, easy come, easy go, back under 40K, down 1370, 39,750. Ethereum moving in lockstep, down just about the same on a percentage basis, down $99.50 at 2989.50.
All right, let's take a quick gander here at the stock of the day. Of course, it is Twitter. We were saying this morning that if the pre-market was any indicator that it was going to have a hard time staying green today, it did manage to stay green for the entirety of the morning, but in the afternoon, it has not been so kind to the stock. There really haven't been any new developments other than the fact that there's going to be a 5 p.m. Eastern time all hands meeting at Twitter where they're going to, I guess, all hold hands and sing Kumbaya. I'm not really sure. They had a board meeting this morning. We don't know exactly what was said there yet. All we really have are just media reports about different things, but nothing is really confirmed.
Musk has really got him because if they don't take it, then they know their stock's going back down, right? Unless someone else comes in. So it's a tough situation here. That was a ridiculous pop in the pre-market, and they just kept on selling. I don't know. It's so muddled here. Everyone, some people think they're going to take it, others don't. We'll see. If not, man, oh man, you got the lows there, and wow, look at all these lows in a row here. So, if something comes out during the pre-market and it takes out this 44.50, then boom, there's nothing to here to the gap fill at 39.86. So that's what you're looking at in Twitter here.
Yeah. I saw the headline too from, I think it was Reuters report. No, it was the Wall Street Journal that reported Twitter was considering a poison pill. I hadn't heard that term in a while. Poison pill, all it really does is it'll just discourage Elon Musk from wanting to buy the company because it would dilute the living crap out of him. All it really is just means the poison pills. You issue more shares at a lower price. You issue more shares to your shareholders specifically at a lower price, and it dilutes the crap out of everybody, but it discourages a sale. So maybe I don't know what they do here. Frankly, this has been a tough one, tough day, tough day for Twitter longs, that's for sure. But an interesting day for the rest of us. Pretty good day for Twitter shorts, I gotta say so myself. Anyway, nothing new to report really. Nothing concrete. We might know more after this meeting today, but I'm gonna go ahead and venture a guess now that we won't get anything firm until at least Monday as far as decisions. But we'll see. We'll see. Twitter.
There's your get, Phil. There's your get, Phil.
Yeah. Okay, so we had Twitter. It's funny that the DWAC is doing the opposite as we've observed.
Yeah, how was the deal?
Yeah.
No technical comments, but
and
but still down.
Yeah, and notably, Joel Tesla's down 3% today.
Yeah,
Because a lot of people apparently assuming the thing that I assumed that Dennis talked me out of, not talked me out of, but he my assumption was like, oh, how does a person afford to buy Twitter without selling, selling stock in his company that he owns? In Elon Musk's case, it's Tesla. Dennis was like, no, not necessarily. He could just borrow against his stock, which he probably would do, I guess. So I don't know if he'd have to sell Tesla to buy Twitter, but the market's saying, well, then again, it's a down day for growth as a whole. Like every growth stock is down. Every tech stock is down. It seems like. I don't know if that's actually true, but it feels like that way. So Tesla's got that working against it here today. But yeah, I don't know. Just a tough day. It's below 1,000.
look at Kathy hanging on by the chin, hair of her chinny chin there at 59. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Actually, the low for the week was made on Monday, 58.16. Buyers stepped up to 59. Wow. Tight ranges though, last couple days. I guess 58.16 low for the week. But I don't know. I just I see the three lows at 59 and it's bearing down. So I think it's only a matter of time before you see that low for the week at 58.16.
Yeah. You know what's having a really good day is Nike. Nike
Yeah, wow.
got some. It wasn't even an upgrade. It was just some bullish commentary from UBS that, remember, Nike, they're very exposed to China, right? Because that's where their production is, and frankly, a lot of their consumer base. And they were having some problems with regards to that because they're very exposed to China, and they said as much. I think it was last year. I think it was last summer. I vaguely remember Nike coming out and saying that they were having problems in China. UBS thinks those problems are behind them. And so Nike, which has had a very tough go of it in the last year, really since last summer, it's having a great day.
Yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy. I think this is a gift for Nike shareholders. I'm not going to make any bones about it. I had the big beat, got crushed. They sold the living daylights out of the earnings, 140 to 125. Boom. Now you're getting this whole move back, triple top at the 135 area. That's all I'm going to say about that one. I'm not buying it. I wouldn't buy this with Spencer's savings account.
Oh, there are worse things to buy than
No, I wouldn't. I went up $6 and it stayed 5% on some
I agree
UBS.
I
No,
agree with you.
UBS. I mean,
I
come
agree with
on.
I agree with you.
I can't even believe that this stock is up over $6 on the you. Oh yeah, we think things are better in China. What do they know about China? That's a ridiculous move. If you're long, keep an eye on this, man. If it doesn't get over 35 and this market keeps rolling over, this thing's gonna be back at 125 before you can say Jackie Robinson.
Hey, Brent Slava in the chat. What's up, Brent? Shouldn't you be on the news desk right now instead of watching Joel and I yap back and forth? Joel, what about the banks here?
Going out of business. No one needs banks anymore. Basically. What number did I give you at JP Morgan this morning? I gave you 125, right? At 50%. It did get to 125.02, but that could just be a dead cat bounce there. If it can hold in, make a couple more lows in that area, maybe. But I'm sure that was a lot of target for a lot of people to start nibbling it along or cover a short. It's only one low, one day. Is it getting back above yesterday's low? Yeah, you could do the old undercut and rally trick if you're brave enough. Yesterday's low 126.01. You come back, you take out that low, and you look to close above it. So if you want to risk a buck and get stopped out on Monday, go ahead. But there's a level, there's a setup for you in J.P. Morgan.
Yeah, and they're talking about Boyle in oil in the chat. Boyle is the leverage ETF that gives you exposure to oil. So oil is ripping, as Joel said. So therefore, all the leverage funds are going to rip with it. The inverse relationship, it is continuing here. It was off for a couple of days. There was a couple of days this week where the market and oil were moving in the same direction, but not today. We're back to what we've seen for the past couple of weeks, couple of months, really. Oil goes up, market goes down. That's what we had today.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. This is a tough chart. This is a really. I'm just gonna look at the crude. I don't know about all your inverse, reverse, converse kind of things here. I'll just say your next. You got 107.80 is a daily high, and then 108.75. Oh, you got close to that 107.80. You got to 107.64. So that's a rampant move here. So keep an eye on that 107.64, then 108.75. The retracements are tough because you didn't make a new low of the move. So it'd be interesting to see if it can get back. I still like that 111 area. It did get above it and then it finally lost it. But consolidation, got away. I don't know. Oil is so wild here. I think just using your daily highs and lows and momentum. I remember talking the other day when it was trading 98.5. Oh yeah, there was a pair of highs there from Friday and Monday, 98.76, 98.52, and I thought, well, if it could get through there, it had some room to the upside. I didn't think it had another $8, $7, $8 to the upside, but big move in crude. And your related stocks should be moving as well.
I want to look ahead to next week here. We do have earnings season upon us. I want to start with JB Hunt, Joel. The transport stopped going down. They got absolutely destroyed for about a week there. I guess it was more like 2 weeks. No, it was more like 1 week. And now they've stopped going down for really this week. I guess it was 2 weeks. So
this is like the scariest charts.
Isn't it? I agree with you.
Yeah. Because you want it to clear, like you got all these highs here, like all the short-term anybody that like scooped this up on the cheap, they waited. They're working their way out at 174.5, 175. Everyone wants it just to blow away from, blow up, get above there. Then you got some room. So who knows if it has a good report, man, but you got bag holders here. I mean, all the way up, and it just kind of looks like it's just like if that's the bounce that this thing gets from 165 to 175, if that's all you're going to give me a 10-point bounce, then I'm going to really scare people here. 218, let's call it 220. Let's call it 220 to 170, 50-point move. So you take 50 off here. 1.25. That's my next target if this thing doesn't get off the mat. 1.25. How's that? I'm probably the only person crazy enough to be saying JB Hunt could go to 1.25.
Yeah, I agree with you. And frankly, it's not just JB Hunt, it's all the transports, because there are other transports reporting next week as well, like CSX, but the charts look identical.
I just don't think it matters when you have that kind of move.
Yeah.
I agree. CSX. I mean, Norfolk Southern. I mean, these things, you guys, come on, you guys know, you gals know, man.
Yeah.
Looking at these growth stocks, looking at the history of things, when things go down like that, they just don't magically just go right back up. We know that. We know that for a fact.
Yep. Okay, back to the earnings here for next week. JB Hunt is Monday afternoon. If I move ahead to Tuesday, the Tuesday's got a number of big names, Joel. We got Johnson & Johnson in the morning and Lockheed Martin in the morning on Tuesday. We talked about Lockheed this morning, but J&J we did not discuss. How is that doing today? Quiet down.
Man, this Norfolk Southern doesn't trade very much, huh? Johnson & Johnson, big move up. They better blow it away. Just a huge move, and it really hasn't come off at all. So be looking for a big report, looking for a big beat out of them. 184 to 178, 6 point move, 181. Keep an eye on that. Today's high, 180, 140. I think people will probably be nibbling out there on Monday. But that's just a big run, and who knows what they're going to come out with the earnings. But if it's not good, man, there's a lot of room on the downside for Johnson & Johnson.
And the big one for next week, I guess there were two big ones. One of them is Tuesday afternoon. That is Netflix, Joel.
Poor
you know
old
what? Here,
Netflix.
you know what I'll do? Let's do this. While you bring that up, let me see what the expected move is. NFLX expected move. If I go to April 22nd? April 22nd. Yes, that's correct. And I go, oh.
Just hanging out at the low of the move. Holy mackerel. Huh. Better, whatever. I'd be looking at 340. Takes out 340. I don't think I'll have any problems taking. Ooh, well, two lows, 29, 82, 32, 36. So 340, 330 on that one. People even trying to get out of
like
the report.
$34 is your expected move in Netflix.
It hasn't been moving that much, but of course it can move off earnings. I mean, the stocks just, they could be in favor for days, weeks, months, years, and then when they turn, they turn. I don't even think you want to touch this thing until you get a green monthly candle. Who knows if that's ever going to happen again? S&P's tried a little bounce, snuffed out at 4,400, now trailing back down to the lows of the session. Don't have anything for you at 93.75. If I did, I'd be lying. Intraday low from yesterday was 87. The true low is 84. And so far, quote unquote, our low for the week is 75.5.
And then the other big one for next week is going to be Wednesday afternoon. That is, of course, Tesla. I know. Expected move on Tesla is like what is it? I can't do math here. What is that? Like $72, I think. Is that 75? So somewhere in the 72, 73, $74 area. That's your expected move for Tesla.
These kind of charts are just easy to read. 975. If you're a Tesla bull, hold a 975, you're in good shape. You take out 975, I have no idea where this stock is going. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4 lows in a row. 974, 975. And I think I even gave this one a nope. I only got the 982. So folks, 975. That's a 5-6 star there for Tesla.
All right.
Tell Raz to keep an eye. Is he in the office today or not?
He is not. And Raz is going down to Miami next week, so I want to see him. You know what though? I should text him and just be like, "Hey, your favorite stock reports earnings."
I'm sure he knows.
Maybe. Maybe.
I'm long, Raz. No, I mean he has Benzinga Pro. I mean he has to know.
It's true. And usually what happens is he always says, "Why didn't you tell me?" As if I'm supposed to know that he doesn't know. But I will send him a reminder today if I don't forget. All right, we got 10 minutes left in the trading day, which means we have 10 minutes left in the trading week as well. As a reminder, I said this earlier today. We've seen in the past, not every time certainly, but on some 3-day weekends, Bitcoin and crypto can do some weird things. So don't forget about that tomorrow. If you want something to trade, keep an eye on that. I just saw a headline coming through that the New Jersey governor is looks like they're finally going to get cannabis sales It's been legalized, but they haven't been able to have sales yet. So sales can start in April, in next week for cannabis in New Jersey, which is exciting. Let's go to the chat though.
I'll have to ask. I have to ask my sister that. She's assistant
Yeah.
to the Attorney General in New Jersey.
Oh well, then she should probably know.
Another leg lower here. Just made new low. They're pressing. The bears are pressing here. Just hit 43.91. I don't know if some imbalances came out, but they already came up later. But it looks like sellers are emerging here in the final 10 minutes of the day and the week. We just hit 43.91.
All right, let's go to the chat. Manuel dropped a few tickers in there for us. What about Ambarella? Not a stock we talk about very often on this show. AMPA.
Oh man, just hanging out, man. What a sad looking chart here. I mean, just hanging out near the lows of the move. I mean, I guess you can hang your hat on 88, last four lows in that vicinity, but takes out 88. I wouldn't even blink about it taking out the low of the move at 81.28. So that's what I'm looking on that. If you're praying for some upside, the high for the week is 94.26. Could get interested on the long side, get above 94.26, $4 away. We're about to go into 43.80 handle. There we are,
Yeah.
43.89.50. We're leaking. And GoPro, yeah, you got to cover GoPro. Let me guess, $9.
I was gonna say single digits.
876. There
Yeah.
you go. You got you got a formation here to talk about. I mean, you formidable resistance. Let's just call it 9. You get above 9, maybe you get a little rally there and GoPro.
Yeah.
Rig, the stock that the oil stock that is not an oil stock, Transocean Limited.
I don't. I still don't know what this company does.
Rig. I don't know. If you think this thing did, I mean, what's the all-time high in this thing? I mean,
$163.
oh, yeah. I mean, a good couple days moving up. Not. I mean, I'll just give you. I mean, it's such a low price stock. 466, 464 was the high today. So 466. You take that out, and you got some room to 480. That's not much. That's not much to me. If I don't know, I'm not a big fan of $5 stocks.
All right. What about Humana, Joel? Oh, that one has not been ripping as much as I would have assumed just by thinking about the other healthcare stocks of late.
Yeah,
I mean it is near an all-time high. It's in the neighborhood. But yeah, actually this looks pretty good.
it's either gonna break out or puke,
Yeah.
and it's one of these situations where I mean you just have such. I mean you got up to four. What was this here? You got up to 475 area, 74.70, 75.44. This one was a little bit lower. Couple months ago, you got up to what's this high here? 472. I mean, you're in a, you got to either bust out or you're just going to see a repeat of this candle, of this candle, of this candle, of this candle. So you're at resistance. These stocks have been hot. I agree with Spencer. I'm surprised this didn't bust out and keep on going.
Yeah. I mean, you got very clear resistance, which
it's there. It's monthly. Yeah.
It's
someone asked about LMT this morning. How's that doing? Hanging in there, matching range days. So you got your setup. Actually, an inside day by just a tad. The problem is you're leading on the lower boundary of the inside day. So rough day in the market, takes out 66 and a quarter. You got a $5 drop to 61.38. Someone asked about AbbVie. Held yesterday's low and trying to rally. Strong stock. See if we can get back half of that move. That would be from 176. Let's just call it 20 points, 10, 166. That would be my potential sell area. 2-day high, 165 even.
I just did quick. I did the 50% move between on the Qs between the low, that recent move, and that high from the other week. 50% would be 344. We're at 338 right now.
Look at that. Look at the cues. Holy mackerel.
know.
Holding on for dear life there. And bearing down on the low. Huh. No such thing as a quadruple bottom here. 338, 339. Oh, man. Things are going to get a little slippery if this doesn't hold.
Yeah. All right. Here's one that's off my radar. TELL.
Tell?
Yeah. This is an oil and gas play.
It's a slow mover. Got to bust through that 650. Boom, triple top, exact triple top there. That's where your big seller resides. You get above 650, you got some more room on the upside, maybe the $8. Good support at 550. Kind of a trading range since the end of March, 550, 650. But to me, get above 650, you got another move to the. I bet you this thing pays. Does it pay a big dividend or something?
I could tell you. No, they don't.
They don't, huh?
No, they don't. They don't pay dividend at all.
All right, got to get above 650. 4 minutes left. We're still linking.
Yeah. Okay. I would also like your thoughts. Easy Mike dropped Intuitive Surgical in there. This was one that I threw on my shopping list that I update like once a month, and like stocks that I think would be cool to own. I've never looked at it particularly closely. Easy Mike noting that elective surgeries are now I guess fully reopened, but I'd be curious to get your take on ISRG. This is one I think that could be a good one to own
Well,
if you say so. I don't know.
I mean, buying it on strength above 287, 288. You've been in the trading range, tight range for the week. If I was picking it up here, I wouldn't want to see it take out the weekly low at 76.19. The monthlies, you got a ton of monthly, double monthly top at 308. So not loving the chart, leaning on had a range the last 4 days, now leaning on the lower end of the range.
All right, we are 2.5.
Can someone give me a decent looking chart here? You guys are giving me all these charts that look like they're
No,
about to puke.
we just talked about Humana. It's not bad.
No,
Humana was
man.
good.
Here we go. We're this seller's into the close. I don't know if we're gonna get that
Here's
last
one.
second rip. What?
A propane stock for you, Suburban Propane (SPH). That's not nowhere close actually to an all-time high, but it is a 1, 2, 3. It's the highest it's been since the throes of COVID 2 years ago.
Big move. Man, I would have rather have caught it going through 1650 than catching it now. But nice move. Closing up near the high too, 1714. This is one of the better looking stocks. See what you got. So I just tell you, $18. That's what you want to see over the next couple days. 1774 and 1818. Highs of the highs of the rebound. So there's $18. Let's see if we get above there. Another leg higher in propane.
All right, industrials just flipped from green to red, and the utilities are hanging on for dear life at this point. And other than that, the only sector in the green is energy. Everything else is down for the day. Every major index is down for the day. The major commodities are all down for the day except for oil. Yeah, that's pretty much the day right there.
Sellers into the close.
Yep, sellers into the close.
I mentioned 83. If there's another big wave of sellers, we could see 83. 85.50. We're right on the intraday low here. The nope, 3-day weekend, and no one wants to go home long. Not a good week for the market.
Apparently not. Let me see. George Gox mentioned Target. Yeah, I looked at Target. Yesterday? For no, I mean, I didn't look to buy it. I was just looking at the chart.
I like it above 235. Yeah. I mean, it bunched up there and then had another move higher. 230, real good support. Broke out. I'd make sure this breakout holds above 235.
All right, that's it. We're done. Everyone put your pencils down. 3, 2, 1. Utilities did end up closing green, but only by 4 cents. Whew! What a flush there. Into the closing bell. That's okay. You don't have to go up every single day. We just went up yesterday. So That's the way the cookie crumbles. We're done. That's it. No market tomorrow. We'll see you guys on Monday. Happy Easter. Happy Passover. We're going live now to Money Mitch, who's doing his thing. I think it's
I'm
going.
gonna hop. You guys, everyone, have a good and safe weekend.
I think Mitch is going long for an hour today because we're not doing a cannabis show. But that's it. Everyone, do us a favor, smash that like, and have a nice long weekend. Enjoy the holidays if you're celebrating, and if you're not, just enjoy the weekend wherever you are. And I'll see you guys on Monday morning. Don't forget about the FinTwit conference. I've been saying it all day. The prices go up tomorrow. This is basically your last chance to get tickets at the current price. There's a link in the description and on the screen right now. Where is it? There it is. BZ YouTube 20. BZ YouTube 20. Get your tickets now. Do it. Come hang. I'll be there. All right. We're done now. Have a great weekend.